This video was created and brought to you by ManageMax. We manage condominiums, HOAs, manufactured housing and apartment communities throughout Southeast Michigan. We're a growing company, and maybe we'll get to your area soon if we're not there yet. We create these videos to share industry insights with current and prospective clients. There will be an opportunity to connect with us at the end, so stick around to the end of the video. Now let's dive in. A homeowner storms into your board meeting demanding their sidewalk be replaced immediately because they're afraid someone will get hurt. Never mind that every sidewalk in the community looks exactly the same. Never mind that you don't have the budget. They pay dues and they want action now. Sound familiar? If you've been in this situation, you know exactly how these conversations can paralyze an entire board. Here's what happens in communities across the country every single day. One resident identifies what they see as an urgent safety issue at their unit. They're genuinely concerned and they're paying dues just like everyone else. But when you look at the bigger picture, their sidewalk, their fence, their drainage issue is in the exact same condition as dozens of others throughout the community. As a board member, you're caught between wanting to help a concerned neighbor and maintaining fairness for all residents. You know that if you approve this one request, you'll have 30 more just like it the next month. But try explaining that to someone who's convinced their situation is unique and urgent. The pressure is real. They'll email you daily, show up at every meeting, and make you feel like you're being unreasonable. But what they don't see is the impossible situation they're putting you in between individual demands and community-wide responsibility. Most residents don't understand that every exception creates a precedent. When you approve one sidewalk replacement outside of your planned maintenance schedule, you're not just spending money you didn't budget for. You're establishing a new standard for how decisions get made in your community. We've seen communities where boards get worn down by persistent individual demands and start making exceptions. Within 2 years, they had residents pointing to all those exceptions as proof the board plays favorites. The very thing they did to be helpful became evidence of unfairness. The legal implications are even more complex. If you accommodate one safety concern but not another and someone gets injured, you've potentially created liability issues that your insurance company and attorney will have serious questions about. These aren't decisions you can make based on who complains the loudest or most often. Board members are volunteers trying to do right by their community. When a neighbor expresses genuine concern, your instinct is to help. But good intentions without proper framework for decision-making can create bigger problems than the original issue. You need clear policies for how these requests get evaluated, not just financial criteria, but legal standards, fairness protocols, and precedent considerations. You need to know how to communicate decisions in ways that maintain relationships while protecting the community's interests. Most importantly, you need to recognize when individual pressure is pushing you toward decisions that seem reasonable in isolation, but create chaos when multiplied across your entire community. That recognition comes from experience that most volunteer boards simply don't have time to develop. Every board faces these situations, but not every board handles them in the same way. The difference between communities that maintain harmony and those that spiral into conflict often comes down to having proper frameworks for evaluating individual requests against community needs. If you're dealing with residents who want exceptions to policies, special treatment for their units, or immediate action on issues that affect the entire community, you're not alone. And if you feel like you're constantly caught between being helpful and being fair, that's because these situations are genuinely complex. The boards that navigate these challenges successfully aren't necessarily smarter or tougher. They just have the right guidance to make confident decisions that protect both individual residents and the community as a whole. If you found this perspective valuable, we invite you to connect with us. Facebook viewers, like our page and follow us for regular updates. Feel free to message us directly with your questions or community challenges. Instagram viewers, hit follow and feel free to DM us with your questions or community challenges. YouTube viewers, subscribe to our channel and check out the video description for helpful links. Visit our website to discover our thought leadership content, books, and resources that can transform your community management approach. Whether you're dealing with the challenges we discussed today or other community issues, we're here to help. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.